Control. This is a game that I always thought looked really cool when I first saw it. But I never picked it up until I think it was a free game on PS Plus, I think. And I finally was like, hey, I hear this game is cool. So I'll check it out, that kind of thing. But I didn't quite figure I was going to enjoy the game quite as much as I did, which surprised me, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, the game just has a lot of coolness to me. The powers. Um, I love the gun you have in the game. It's whole shape shifting thing. I love that personally. Um, and yeah, it's also just one of those things of I love interacting with the characters. I love watching the little skit things. I love watching the live action stuff. It's all really really good stuff. Um, but yeah, the it's because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's there's some really cool stuff in here, and I personally really like the side stuff. I love going through and like almost SCP level type of oh, here's a refrigerator, and like the guy has to like be staring at it. You have to be staring at it, or else things will go wrong. That kind of thing. And then that leads into a thing and all that. But or the flamingo thing, or the there's a lot of stuff that I find just really cool in this game. Um, and it's all set in this one singular location, but finding how big the place is and how much stuff they have just throughout it is really neat. And then as you go on full on through the game and whatnot, you uncover a lot of stuff, and that's something I really love. Now, what's funny is I kind of knew going in that there was a connection to Alan Wake, which is a game I still have never played. I do tend to play that at some point because, we now have Alan Wake 2 coming, so probably should get on that at some point. I'll probably enjoy playing through that, so I do look forward to that. But Control does have an Alan Wake DLC thing that was really cool that I would probably love even more if I played Alan Wake. So, that kind of thing. But because Alan Wake 2 is probably a game I will definitely play. But yeah, that's big. But Control, I just love. I really love games, for me, that here's text document stuff, and here's basically you get characterization for a bunch of different people throughout, you know, the oldest house, whatever, and the director, and all these other little things that you unravel as you go through, and how they feel about certain aspects and certain things they've brought in, or how they deal with certain things, and all that kind of stuff. I just really love that. I love that kind of stuff. It's one thing I love about the SCP stuff. This is probably one of the closest, like, bigger titles that we've God, they could, you know, it kind of got me like, man, I would love a SCP game of like this scale, of this caliber of game. But yeah, just like I love the powers in this game. They're really fun to use. Now, the one drawback is it does cause some frame issues, but yeah, it's probably one of the closest things I've ever felt to where like I would love to have the force feel like this, like yeah, force push, like being able to just push things and lift things and just float around and telekinetically just toss things around. This is probably one of my favorite things in terms of that. I would love a Star Wars game like this, just the feel of it. Because it feels really good and it never gets old. But also again, like I love the gunplay in this. I love the upgrading guns and just it's really fun. It's just fun to play. The characters I love Jesse as a character. He's really cool. Just yeah. Again, it's not. I don't want to talk about too much about the story because again, I don't want to spoil things because it's neat, in my opinion. And yeah, again, if it's another game that if you've never played, I do highly recommend it. It's really good. So before I just ramble on further, thank you everyone for watching, and as always, thank you for being awesome. And until next time.